Okay, good Lord. I have to sort of talk in this low tone voice. I'm sorry if it's making it difficult to hear, but I don't really want to be having other people around me like, oh my God, she's sitting in that room talking to herself now as I'm doing these videos. So that's sort of why I have things running to sort of try to muffle that to their ear view. Um, Speaking of cognitive impairment, um, I'm trying not to really make this personal to people's privacy, um, but we still have people that are thinking that they own property, that they own houses, and they are kicking people out of their homes and making them on the street homeless repeatedly. So at some point in time, some sort of intervention has to come. Now, I think that people like that should have to have some kind of psych evaluation and should really not be thinking that they own a home. That those would be people that would be sort of, how do we get these people out of these houses? I don't like sort of just like foreclosing on people and, making other people homeless. I've been in that situation, but it's something's got to be done about it. And when it's a person who is sort of getting into religion and reading the book and still not really getting it. I mean, this goes even beyond working and burning fuel, where you are kicking your own child out of your house who has nowhere else to live. And to my understanding, has been given testimony from at least me in terms of what these homeless shelters are actually like. And if that's causing a discomfort to your child to be there. And what is the actual reason that you don't want your child there? Are you having some kind of arguments where you are in a previous of some kind and you think that people are your servants? When I've been to your house and you treated me that way, um, it leads me to wonder on that. And when I have actually interviewed your child, and he appears in a quote unquote awakening stage and is clearly distressed and has been to the hospital several times already. And we're not really getting a clear picture of what you are saying is the issue with him and why he needs to be out on the street. Is he trying to discuss with you things that have gone on in his life that you don't want to face? Or is his very presence there causing you to not want him there because you are in a life walk yourself? And why is it unable for the two of you to just be in a residence where you don't even speak to each other? Like, what is the actual issue going on? Um, I've been to your home. You have plenty of room there. You also have a land that you should be planting on. You were told to go to Ohio and stay there, not keep taking vacations there. So I don't know if he is sort of like trying to tell you the same thing and you're not listening. You were also told about the nuclear plants. You were told about the cell phones. And I don't know if he's in a distress about that because he has children who are also sort of in that zone. Um, I am not really going to just listen to like third hand accounts about something that's going on. So, if you got in a vehicle and you drove to Ohio and drove back here, you are having an issue with your cognition, okay? Um, I don't know if you're still working, but you were specifically told all of this by me about the money and the working and all of that. And you've had very serious outbursts in my presence. So I don't know if you're in therapy. You were given a notebook as sort of like a hint to journal. And I've heard reports that you're no longer able to drive. Like you're not getting the hint. And it's a constant sort of reminders to you because people know that you have been spoken to and interviewed by me. Now, it's not that I'm some sort of wondrous special person, but you were given an exact date prophecy that was conveyed to you, a prophecy from Almighty God. Now, I'm not sure if you forgot about that, and then you had a conversation with me um, discussing that about Israel will be destroyed on Thanksgiving. And you yourself uttered, well, maybe it's next Thanksgiving. And then the very next year, there was this Operation Pillar Cloud, which was an 8-day operation which ended on Thanksgiving Day. So I'm not really sure if you are having that severe of a cognitive problem or you're a narcissist and you're sort of just unable to accept these truths about yourself and others around you in reality. But if you don't stop throwing your child out on the street, I'm going to recommend that you lose your home, okay? Because someone that volatile and that cognitively out of it could be some sort of a danger to her other children. Now, I've driven in a car with you. You're highly hypermanic and you take off for days at a time. Now, I don't know if you've stopped doing that or if your son is sort of like the witness you don't want around there or what exactly is going on. But there is really no excuse at this point for you to keep kicking him out. So, in terms of a warning, this is really all I can do because I don't even have a Facebook and a Twitter account anymore, and you and I don't speak because of your volatility and abusiveness towards me. Um, I'm not saying your name, but I think pretty much the world at large who knows anything about this family knows who I'm speaking about. Um, where would you think that your son would go at this point? I mean, I don't know if you're still stuck on this thing about hospitals, but I've been to one, he's been to one several times. I've talked to people that have been to them, and it's not some sort of magic trick where something just goes away or a person goes on medication. So, whatever is going on with him or you or the two of you, you need to try to sort out. Even if that is just you do not speak to each other and you stay in a room and he stays in a room and you go to a kitchen when you need to eat or you go to a toilet when you need to toilet. And if you need to communicate something, you write it down first because this is really getting out of control. You tried to get restraining orders against your child. You went to, I believe, some sort of court. And I think that the police at that time tried to sort of explain to you that what you were doing was odd. okay? So, if you are not discussing these things with a psychiatrist and a therapist, you really have to. I've inquired as to your mother if you're in some kind of therapy because you need weekly therapy. You're not at a phase where you can sort of just sort this out on your own. Okay, you need to clear these thoughts and go over these thoughts with another person who's not cognitively impaired. You need to not be calling your mother and clearing those things with her because she's also cognitively impaired. Okay?